That was worse.
You want to do it again?
Sure. 3, 2, 1. There it is.
We're in.
We're in.
We're mortally locked.
We're mortally locked. 3-0.
3-0.
I hope we had riders. It's the second time this year that we're 3-0. Boys, we did it.
Yep.
Mikey's back. I found my groove. Thursday night pick'ems. We're going to continue it. It's a tough week this week, but got to give credit to Gassy. He's a Lion rider.
Yep.
Minus 2.5 covered with the last minute field goal. Muller all over the Cowboys. Said they'd win by 30. They won by
39.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope people took that because I did.
That was a massive. You know what's funny? I feel like every spread that's been more than 2 touchdowns has hit because a lot of people see it. Oh, it's too many points. Blah blah blah. Muller was all over it.
No, that was the most obvious thing ever. I'm sorry, but like, I get it that the mob boss's kid was the quarterback this week for the Giants. I get it. He went to Bosco. They tried to tell us he went to Bosco about 20 times during the first quarter. I mean...
How many times did they mention that his mom makes his bed?
Does she actually? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him, to be honest.
Chicken cutlet sandwiches when he comes home.
Good.
Does his laundry, makes his bed.
Well, when he's bringing in that NFL money, she knows her place.
Well, here's a guy.
His dad is awesome.
Is that the arm wrestling champion or no?
No, that's PSAC champion.
Okay. Oh yeah, tight bench. Okay.
No, his dad. So it was 3rd and 2, or was it 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2? 3rd and 2, and no, it was 4th and 2. 4th and goal, 4th and 2. They had to get 2 yards, score a touchdown, goal line stand by the Cowboys, and it cuts to the dad, and he clearly goes, "What the fuck? That's your 4th and 2." It was one of the better things, and he's got his chain on. He's he's filled up with that pastrami and
gabagool and all that.
The pizza,
The mortadella.
and like that he's my hero. He might make it on the rankings this week.
Did he have that look though? Like when you see a true New Jersey
he had
Italian.
his glasses that he clearly uses
suit?
to see.
Was he in a suit?
No,
Fila
but it was
jumpsuit.
one of those like shirts that it's probably been stretched out a few times.
Did he look like Bobby Bacala? Gassy, did you watch the game?
You know who
I
he
did
looks
not.
like?
No.
Who was Goose from the Ravens? Remember him?
Oh,
Big
Goose
guy?
Gossage.
Yes, that's what he looked like. He was like
not Goose Gossage.
not a smaller
yes.
version, but like definitely a more small version of Goose.
Yeah, not Goose Gossage. I'm dead. But yes,
Not
I know
Goose Gossage,
exactly
but
what
you know
you're talking
I'm
about.
Goose.
Yep. Okay, the hairline kind of slicked back.
Yes.
True New Jersey Italian.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Greaseball. Love it.
Hero.
Love it. Good for Tommy DeVito.
He might have been the Giants' best player. Now, hot take, I do think DeVito is the Giants' quarterback of the future.
There you go.
He stays healthy. He's a beast. He's tough. He makes throws. His team just sucks.
Dude, he won't ever have to move out of his house.
No.
It's incredible. I want to say something real quick. So, and I come here with no hate whatsoever. Dak has been frying recently. Now, hold on. Dak has been frying. CD has been frying. Do they kind of remind you, and again, this is not coming from a hatred standpoint. Is this like the Dolphins of the NFC? They beat up the teams that are below 500 and they lose to the teams above 500.
Can I tell you why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Because when you look at who the Cowboys have played and you look at their losses, the Dolphins, when they lose to these big-time teams, they get, it's embarrassing.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
But with the Cowboys,
all right, the Niners game,
that was early.
One off.
Yeah.
One off. We're looking at a Niners team that was fully loaded. Cowboys, I believe we had 1 or 2 injuries on the line at the time. And I don't want to make excuses. At that moment,
it's an early listen. The first 2 weeks of the season, you kind of have to just give it a pass. You know
it's one of those things where, all right, I would rather lose that game than lose down the line. Well, the Dolphins were a number of weeks in, and they're still getting killed by these good teams. Look at what the Cowboys did against the Eagles.
Yeah, close game. Could have won.
Should have won, probably. I don't even want to say could have. We should have won. Eagles fans won't admit that, but we should have won that game. The way it played out, we just stupidity. Cowboys' stupidity ended the game. But that's all right. I think CeeDee Lamb is the best wide receiver in the league. He's number 1.
Definitely a top 5 receiver.
He has the most receiving yards and receptions over the last 5 weeks, I believe.
I'm telling you, I'm putting. There was someone who I forgot that should be in the top 5 right now, and it's Keenan Allen. He 100% deserves to be in that.
He's a problem.
Right? If I had to make my top 5 list right now, and I'm excluding Justin Jefferson just because he's hurt right now. One would be AJ. This is in no chronological order. AJ Brown, CD, Tyreek Hill, of course, Keenan Allen, and I'm sorry, I have to throw Amon-Ra on there. And I'm not even being biased because he's on my fantasy team, but with all the weapons that they have now, Montgomery, Gibbs, Amon-Ra just continuously finds way to get the ball. He catches everything. He's such a smart player, and his numbers are there. I mean, I don't know any other receiver that could be kind of close. I mean,
only other receiver that I would put in there, and I might
Jamar Chase
even
too.
put it.
Yeah.
All right, so I could give you a top 6 right now of healthy wide receivers. The rest of them, I mean, whatever. Garrett
Wilson.
Yep.
I wish. I wish I could put him there. If we're talking pure talent alone, I would gladly throw him in there.
I would put him there solely on the fact that Zach Wilson, who is playing better now, he's actually playing pretty good, to quote Salah. That was a crazy quote by him. That just makes it seem like
he's running out of things to say, man.
He is actually playing a little bit better.
For sure. 100%.
And I love the fact that he just throws everything sidearm now and no look. I mean, if you throw it no look and sidearm, no one can say anything to you because it's like, oh, fuck, sorry. I was trying to move him. No one can say anything to you. If you throw it and you're staring it down, everyone's pissed at you. So I love that for him. But Garrett Wilson is being thrown hospital balls by Zach Wilson, and he just holds on to them, juggles them.
Crucifixion balls.
It is bad. There was a ball where if my computer's a defender,
yes, I know
the defender's head's coming through his chest, and he reaches out and pulls it in.
He's a warrior.
As he's dying.
He's an absolute warrior.
And he should have had a game-winning touchdown.
Again, there are so many players in the league that you can put in the top 5 based on just pure skill and talent alone, but the numbers just aren't there. So we have to make a top 5 where it's just pure talent and skill on display, and then a top 5 with just numbers and credentials at that point.
Yep.
I absolutely wish I could put him in there. But I can't now. I cannot do it. He's right now he's around the 15 mark for receiver. So
I promise I'm going to bring it back into what we're talking about, but I just love the fact that Gassy gave us one instruction about how not to break the garage band, and you just cannot stop hitting the table.
Sorry. Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
All right, I have to.
Every time you hit the table, I just look over here stressed out.
I just lose my mind, dude.
No, it's
totally
you fair.
Brought up the Jets,
it's
buddy.
Totally fair.
I told you I didn't want to talk about them.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I'm going to bring it back to what we originally brought this up as. And Dak Prescott is fantastic. And if Stephon Diggs had Dak Prescott, he would be the best wide receiver in the league.
How about the group?
Now,
Michael Gallup,
Brandon
Cooks.
I just want to point something out.
Don't say it.
On the big what?
Don't say he's back.
Who?
Michael Gallup.
No, I'm going to bring him down for a second here.
There you go. Okay.
That touchdown he caught, did we watch the replay? Because he almost dropped that. He caught it with his dick.
He caught it with his dick?
He caught it, went through his forearm, and he caught it like this, fell down, and then grabbed it.
Do NFL players wear cups?
I would have to imagine some do, right?
Do you? I feel like receivers do not, but I feel
they
like
definitely don't.
Running backs might.
Running backs, I feel like you're stupid if you don't.
Linemen? I feel like linemen should.
But wasn't it? Who was it? Was it Marshawn Lynch that didn't, and you could see it?
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
Remember his little celebration when he jumped the beast run? He was just
yeah, that was
unbelievable.
Beast.
I never thought about that if NFL players were cups.
That would be smart. You have helmets.
I think centers maybe. And that's kind of.
I don't think linemen would. I think they would be nah, that's some pussy stuff.
I think the running back is a must. You must wear a cup.
Yeah, running backs have to. That's just a liability for your future. Your kids are getting CTE at the same time you are.
Exactly. But
Dak Prescott is unreal.
Yeah, he's been on a stretch.
I'm not gonna say he's the best quarterback in the NFC right now because I genuinely don't think he is. I'm not gonna be outlandish and be like, oh yeah, he's the best quarterback in the NFL, NFC. He's not. But he plays to his capabilities and to his strengths probably better than anyone else, I would say. Because he knows what he's good at. and he doesn't really try and get out of that. You know, like he knows that he doesn't have super speed. All right, well, he's not going to try and outrun guys. He knows that his arm strength is a big part of his game, and he's been super accurate. So he's going to stand in there, and he's going to take hits. Do I love when he takes hits? No. But there was a throw last game when there was a guy, who was it running at him? He got lit up, but he put a fucking dot on Brandon Cooks. One of the best throws of the game.
That was one of those games where you knew you were going to win. I mean, obviously, the Giants don't have much, and they're atrocious. But that's one of those games where it's kind of, I wouldn't say like getting your reps in, but like getting Dak familiarity with Brandon Cooks, because that's a guy down the line that can actually help them. Because obviously they didn't sign everyone else. We talked about this. Gallup, we know what Gallup's about, but like a guy like Brandon Cooks who went off for 150 plus yards, he's such an underrated receiver. I feel like this is the one year though where he's been a 1,000-yard receiver for the last like almost 8 years. He's like another Mike Evans, but he was on the Texans for 2 years with Davis Mills. He didn't hit it, I don't think, last year. But that's a guy they can utilize, man. He was always a wide receiver 1. Now he's a wide receiver 3. Like, that's a mismatch.
One thing I noticed was that Dak looked to him quickly and often. And I think that it was a big part of their game plan saying, all right, CeeDee probably going to be covered tightly, get double teamed, whatever. And that's shocking on the Giants that they allowed that many receptions and yards for CeeDee Lamb. But they were like, Michael Gallup, we're going to put you on the outside, get their other... I can't even say their second best corner because it's probably not. It's probably like their 5th or 6th at this point. And then we're just going to let Cooks just cook whoever wants to guard him.
Dude,
that's exactly what happened.
I'll tell you this, though. Like, with the Cowboys' schedule upcoming, it might seem like they play some tough teams. Like, okay, we got the Panthers next week. That should be a win. Their defense is all right. The Commanders, that was my other point. I don't think we talk about Sam Howell enough. Right now, he is the 3rd-ranked quarterback in the league.
He's the best quarterback to come out of that draft class.
He is beasting. I mean, I think that's exactly what the Commanders have been looking for such a long time. Like, this guy is... granted, they lost the game, but Seattle's a damn good team. They're first in the division, or the first in their division. Like, the dude balled, man. Like,
my only concern with him is that I don't know if he knows who Dotson is.
Yeah, well, of course. Like, he literally had the 2 games with Jahan, and then Jahan had 0 fantasy points. Probably had a couple targets.
One target.
But I think the way that he can lead his receivers and running backs, by the way, because Brian Robinson had a long reception touchdown, and Gibson, who has been like a fantasy nightmare for guys for the last 2 or 3 years when Robinson came into the league, he's been getting back active, and I just think he's solid, man. You just got to build around that guy. I think they finally have realized, especially with Bieniemy at offensive coordinator, that Bieniemy likes him, he sees potential in him, and they just have to build around him. They found him. Like, I definitely think they found their guy.
Yep.
So kudos to them. I mean, they just gotta. Again, they're not really projected to win anything, but this is definitely a year that they can build off of because they lost a lot of close games as well. So kudos to Sam Howell. I'm a fan, and we're riding for you. But let's get into the Mortals. Yeah, let's get into the Mortals and all these rankings. So let me go. So we're picking our Mortals right now.
Yeah, standings. Okay. I am 7-3.
Damn, Lord, keep going.
Gassy is 4-5-1. Mike is 3-6-1, but is on a 2-game heater. Everyone won last week, so we're all on a win streak. Reminder that a spread of anything that has a 3 in it, so 3 or 3.5 plus or minus, we have gotten wrong every single time this year.
Well, this week would have been different, but we used the +4.
Well, no, we got a +4. If it was +3 or +3.5, I guarantee you we lose.
Fair. So you guys started off. I'm gonna go last.
Well, yeah, your record sucks.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, no problem. So after saying that stat, I'm gonna go against it, and I'm gonna believe in the Chargers this week. I'm gonna believe in them. All right, -3 at the Pack. I don't think the Packers are very good. I'm going to believe in the Chargers. Chargers -3. I hate their coaching staff. I don't think Staley deserves to be a coach there anymore. I don't know how you can be a defensive coach and your team gives up 50 points a game. That makes no sense to me. but Kellen Moore knows how to score, so they'll figure it out. And Gassy. Take that mic. This is a hot mic right here.
So this week I'm going Houston -4 against Arizona. Houston's at home. They've been hot, real hot, and I don't think Arizona keeps up with them. -4, no threes involved.
Love that. Stay away from them.
So I'm on a 2-game heater right now, and it's been great because before that I was on a 7-game heater of L's.
Okay.
And we are now flipping the switch. The last 2 wins have been Thursday night pick'ems.
You have to stick with it.
Of course, no, but it's a really tough game. We got the Ravens -3.5 against the Bengals. You know what? I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens with the spread -3.5. Based on Myles Garrett's comments, taking Joe Burrow over Lamar, and Cincinnati's defense. I think the Ravens are finally finding their groove. They got a new running back in Keaton Mitchell. I think they're going to handle them. I do like the under, but I just feel like it's going to be a big over game. So we're going to take the Ravens -3.5.
This is why I love this show. We just said a stat about how we never, unless it's the Lions, we never hit spreads that have a 3 in them, and 2 of us immediately take a spread with a 3 in it.
So if the line goes to like -4,
Yeah,
I give me the
on
Ravens.
DraftKings it's -4 right now.
It's -4 right
It's
now.
-4. Would you like to adjust?
Would you like to adjust, Mike?
For the sake of our stat line, we're going to go on -4.
All right. Let me change it here.
Baltimore -4.
It's an. I don't really like the
Can you
pick.
check
but
if DraftKings has the Chargers at -2.5 or -4?
So I don't like.
With your pick, Mike,
No.
I need to ask you.
They're at -3.
All right, yeah, we'll keep it. I'll stick with it. It's time to break a trend. Also, all my losses are -3s.
Trends are meant to be
Typical.
broken.
Do you think that this game is a must-win for the Bengals at this point in the season? Just the way that division's shaping up, the Steelers, they might not be good, but they are very effective. Mike Tomlin just knows how to win. You got the Ravens with Lamar back. That team looks great. And then Browns. Browns are the Browns. Browns are going to Browns.
This is a must win for the Bengals, 100%. Because right now there are alarms going off because they just lost to the hot Houston Texans. I love them; they're great. CJ Stroud's a GOAT, but that's a game you should win. I'm sorry, like the defense of Houston is good. Like they're a complete team, but as a rookie quarterback, I mean, you gotta mix it up. You gotta blitz him. You gotta do something different, which the Bengals didn't do. I mean, honestly, the Bengals should have won that game because Tyler Boyd dropped that crucial catch in the end zone. He catches that, they win the game. And I think losing that game it's going to make or break the Bengals, man. They got to win. Joey Burr, I think he's built for this moment. I feel like I'm talking myself out of this mortal, but I'm just going to keep it. Yeah, it's a must-win, absolutely, because the defense is not looking good. They lost a lot of pieces. And after that, you got the frisky and fragile Steelers, the 6-3 Steelers. I still think they suck, but
the thing is,
they're winning. They're winning games, man.
They just know how to cover, and if they keep covering, every spread is close for them. Like no spread's going to be too big, and if they keep being close to covering, like Mike Tomlin does, they'll always have a chance to win. So that they're gonna win some games.
Steelers defense is great. Steelers offense is ass.
Yes,
that is what we need to do in the rankings because their defense is spectacular. But Joey Porter's been snapping. I think Highsmith is out. T.J. Watt. They're just solid, just a solid group. But I just gotta I gotta keep riding the Ravens, especially after that loss that they just were handed by the Browns. Sleeper team, by the way. Eli Moore scored a touchdown. We don't miss you. Yeah, this is a toss-up, but I'm going to take the favorites at home, and we're going to hope for the best because I'm on. So,
all right, do we want to go through some rankings?
Let's go through some rankings. I know I texted you a bunch. So
here you go. So here's the rankings as they stand. Now here's my thing. I don't think we can move the Eagles up, I don't think we can move the Dolphins out of where they're at. Because
Dolphins are staying.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think the Eagles won the bye week.
I agree with you, actually.
I don't think they did. I think people forgot about them real quick.
I think after this week, if the Ravens win, we move them to great or goats.
Can we though? Because Mike, we got to remember, goats are for the dynasty.
They've had a dynasty for a long time.
They've always been
Flacco?
good.
All right, so
Since like
if they win next week, should we mash Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson's faces and put them in goats?
Yeah, and then a picture of Ray Lewis.
Ravens staying great.
Dude, you remember how fucking crazy that defense was?
Yeah.
Bart Scott, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, just Haloti Nada,
Yeah.
just a bunch of Terrell Suggs.
Problems.
They have been good for a while. They've been great for a while per the rankings. I would love to throw the Lions up there, but when we bet on them, they're just so goated. So we can't mix that up.
No, yeah.
The Bengals,
Should we change back to maybe?
we should
Just write maybe.
put the Niners in back because the Niners are definitely back
Niners
after
are
that
back.
win. And Bengals,
in maybe.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. Fraud watch. We could throw them in fraud watch.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're frauds.
But the thing is, this would be nice because if they lose to the Ravens, then
They are solidified in fraud watch for another week. So I think we swap them.
Okay. Little swap-a-roo there. I like where your head's at.
The Bills are ultimate frauds, and I absolutely love it. Finns, we're going to keep there. The Chargers,
Chargers have to.
I wish they were in the good enough to not make the playoffs category because that's exactly where they should be.
All right, we can add that.
Why don't we, the Cowboys?
Cowboys, I think, have to go into
I don't want to put them into great yet because again,
back.
How about Dak? Dak.
So back and then Dak right below it.
Back and then Dak.
I like that.
We'll give him his own category. The Browns, they're another good. We'll keep them in
I think
good.
they stay good. I think the Jags.
Fraud?
Jags might have to go to fraud watch.
fraud watch.
Texans.
CJ Stroud, you got to move his ass up, dude.
I think CJ Stroud's category goes
But
above
right,
good.
right below great.
What he's doing with that team right now, first year head coach, first year as a rookie.
So I say we move this above fraud watch.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, but below back.
All right, fine.
Okay, that works.
Yeah,
Seahawks, dude, they're still good too, man.
they stay in good.
But I feel like we're sleeping on them. I feel like we're not giving them the credit they deserve. Granted, they almost lost to the Commanders.
I think we're giving them all
Too
the
much?
credit. I think
All right.
we respect them too much.
All right, we'll put them in good. Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs has to stay in CJ Stroud.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to move the Vikings up. I think it's about that time. Your buddy,
Where even are the Vikings?
They're bad right
They're
now.
bad.
so we got to throw him in with CJ Stroud.
Frisky, fragile.
They're on a
Because
5-game win
technically
streak.
they are fragile though.
Well, here's
They are technically fragile.
there is a stat.
That they are 5-0 without Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is returning next week. So if we can devise up something with Justin Jefferson and then
So what if we put frisky, fragile below it, below the logo we put unless Justin Jefferson goes off.
Yes, I like that.
we could do that.
All right.
Titans, beer league.
Yeah.
Bucks will keep in bad. Broncos, we should put Mr. Unlimited. He deserves.
Well, he's already in beer league.
Okay, well, we should put him in frisky and fragile. They're on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, I think we have to put him there.
We're going to have to move him up.
His last 2 wins are against the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah, that's
So wait,
It's huge.
what if we remove him from the rankings, but we change him out with Josh Allen?
I like that.
So we make a trade. So he's no longer being made fun of on the rankings, but we put Josh Allen in beer league.
I like that. Even though he's the number 1 ranked quarterback in the league, I will put him in beer league.
Yeah.
By all means.
I mean,
Raiders, we have to move up. Antonio Pierce, we gotta make a category for him.
I think they got the frisky fragile.
Packers, beer league. Sorry, Drew.
Yeah, they suck.
Bears, we're keeping him bad. Bucks, we're gonna keep him bad.
See, but yeah, good.
Cardinals. That the last one is the Cardinals. I mean,
I think they have to stay in beer league for now.
the Giants. We should put a picture of Tony Soprano or like, who's another funny Sopranos character like Paulie or something.
We'll
Paulie.
throw him on there.
Yeah, we'll throw him on there for the Giants
Alright.
and the Tommy DeVito.
I'd like
That's-
to motion to move the Jets down.
Yeah, where are the
To where?
Jets at?
To where? Bad?
Where are they at now?
They're in Frisky and Fragile.
No, the Jets we need to do with the defense. We have to do Jets defense is great. Jets offense is beer.
All the way down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
And same thing with the Steelers.
the same thing with the Steelers.
Okay.
Offense, I would move them to bad though. Steelers offense bad. Steelers defense great.
I was gonna say Steelers defense should be in
Great because they are
Great.
winning them
great.
games.
And
Yes,
this one bad. Okay.
I like it. And then the Cardinals, if you want to do something with that, like Call of Duty or some shit.
I think we keep them there
Keep 'em in beer league.
because Call of Duty is out now, I believe. So we gotta watch a few weeks because he just came back. So
Agreed.
he was already injured and was able to do all the Call of Duty that he wanted. So I think we have to see how it plays out now that he's actually playing football with Call of Duty. That's a different. It's like going to college. You got
It's like right when you move in, you're just playing your Call of Duty.
you
you're
gotta
not
mix your
taking classes
studies
yet.
with your Call of Duty and your partying.
Agreed.
And
No, it's a good point.
like when you first show up, you're just partying and Call of Duty, and that's simple.
Yes.
When you throw the studies in
Good
there.
point, dude.
Yeah. So I think we gotta let a couple weeks go by and see how his grades fluctuate.
These rankings are fantastic.
Just based off last week, they're so good.
Can I motion for Washington to move up to bad?
Yeah, we could do that.
I just
I
feel
respect it.
like they're not beer league. With
I feel
St.
like,
Cal.
yeah, no, you know what? I agree. So,
I think Washington and the Raiders are not beer league. Russell Wilson is not beer league. Patriots sure are beer league. I don't know if you guys saw that photo of Bill Belichick too. Like came out of a house shirtless.
Yeah.
So fucking funny. But
Wait, is that from this week?
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find that. Where should we put that on here?
C.J.
CJ Stroud? No, actually, we should put him.
Goats.
Yeah,
put him
no,
on
I
goats.
think shirtless Belichick's in goats.
deal.
But that's it for the rankings. We got that settled.
Good. Good. I feel really good about where we're at here.
Me too. No, they are great rankings.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think it's time that we have to have our buddy Lucas on. Or fortunately, sorry. We're gonna have our buddy Lucas on.
Just talking terribly about our guests.
We're gonna have our buddy on. He's a Bears fan. We've had him on the podcast before. Chicago native. I don't think he is, but he's a Chicago Bears fan. He knows Chicago. He's been there multiple times, and I was just there for 3 days, and then Nashville for 2. So we're gonna get him on after these messages.